You're damn crazy. That's what Donald Trump called the Prime Minister of Israel, Benjamin Netanyahu, during their phone conversation. The thing is, against the backdrop of Iran's statements about withdrawing from negotiations with the United States of America, Israel intensified its military offensive in Lebanon against the Hezbollah group. Despite the ceasefire agreements, this is what made Donald Trump angry, even furious. The White House admitted that during a phone conversation filled with profanity, President Trump lashed out with criticism at Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu because of Israel escalating tensions in Lebanon, which could jeopardize the deal with Iran. It was later revealed that Trump suspended Netanyahu's plans to bomb Hezbollah targets in Beirut. But earlier today, representatives from Israel and Lebanon met again in Washington to negotiate an end to the war. But here, the conflict between Trump and Netanyahu may become even more intense, since now Israel cannot afford to make the concessions that Donald Trump is demanding from them. My name is Alexi Pichi. Let's discuss this topic together. But before we begin, I ask you to subscribe to this channel, like this episode, and leave any comment under this video. In addition, subscribe to my Telegram channel, Pichi News. The link to it is in the description of this video. So, recently, Iran announced its actual withdrawal from negotiations with the United States of America due to the escalation of the war in Lebanon. Already today, Donald Trump was quick to assure that this is all a lie, and according to the US president, the negotiation process continues without interruption and contacts between the countries take place daily. Moreover, Marco Rubio, the US Secretary of State, added that supposedly Tehran has nevertheless agreed to discuss aspects of its nuclear program, which it had previously refused to even touch upon. But such a statement was made only after a rather harsh conversation between Donald Trump and Benjamin Netanyahu. And as the Axios agency writes, quote, during a phone conversation filled with profanity, President Trump lashed out at Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu over Israel's escalation of tensions in Lebanon. Earlier, Iran threatened to halt any negotiations with the United States regarding Israel's actions in Lebanon. After that, during the phone conversation, Trump called Netanyahu crazy and accused him of being ungrateful. He also suspended Israel's plans to strike Beirut, the capital of Lebanon. Trump also told Netanyahu that carrying out his threats to bomb the Lebanese capital would further isolate Israel around the world. Two of the sources said that Trump claimed he helped Netanyahu avoid prison, referring to his support during Netanyahu's corruption trial. Summing up Trump's remarks to Netanyahu, a US official quoted Trump as saying to the Israeli Prime Minister, quote, "You're damn crazy. You would be in jail if it weren't for me. I'm saving your ass. Now everyone hates you. Everyone hates Israel because of this now. What the hell are you even doing?" But it's important to note here that after these revelations, the White House was quick to state that during this conversation, Donald Trump knew that Hezbollah was shelling Israel and that Israel needed to defend itself. But they stated that in recent days they felt that Netanyahu was still disproportionately escalating the conflict. They said that you can respond to attacks, but you can also launch an offensive, and the latter is still too much. I should note that in addition to threats of striking Beirut, Israel is indeed expanding its ground operation in southern Lebanon and plans to capture even more territory to expand the buffer zone. The White House stated that Trump is concerned about the fact that Israel has killed so many civilians in Lebanon, and he objects to the Israelis demolishing an entire building with strikes just to eliminate a single Hezbollah commander. In general, Trump has started criticizing Netanyahu for the sheer scale of destruction they are causing in Lebanon. And in addition, Trump is also unhappy that the Israelis are entering Lebanese territory and not just occupying it, but basically leveling houses there completely, so that no one can actually live there anymore. They mean preventing Hezbollah from retaking these territories. And Trump's decision to restrain Netanyahu became a clear signal that he doesn't want his key ally to interfere with making a deal with Iran. Earlier, Netanyahu made a joint statement with Israel's defense minister, Israel Katz, in which he threatened to bomb Hezbollah targets in the Dahiyah area of Beirut. In response, Iran's foreign minister Abbas Araghchi stated that Israel's actions in Lebanon are a violation of the ceasefire agreement between the US and Iran, and that the US and Israel will face consequences for any violation. He immediately threatened to leave negotiations with the Americans. And just a few hours after this statement by Araghchi, Donald Trump called Netanyahu and scolded him. After that, he posted a message on social media in which he stated that Israel and Hezbollah would stop attacking each other. But after the phone conversation, Netanyahu published a statement in which he informed Donald Trump that Israel would attack targets in Beirut if Hezbollah did not stop attacking Israel, and that in the meantime Israel would continue its operations in southern Lebanon. But it seems that Israel's actions still have their consequences. Today, direct negotiations between Israel and Lebanon are taking place in Washington. And now the Speaker of the Lebanese Parliament, Nabi Berri, has told the Donald Trump administration that the Hezbollah group is ready for a complete and immediate ceasefire with Israel, and promised to guarantee its implementation after the Israel Defense Forces threatened a new offensive. For context, Nabi Berri is one of the most influential Shia politicians in Lebanon, and he has close ties specifically with Hezbollah. If Hezbollah is indeed claiming to be ready for a complete ceasefire, then such a truce at this point would preserve the Israeli occupation of southern Lebanon, potentially disconnecting the Lebanese arena from the issue of war with Iran. Right now, a complete, total ceasefire is being discussed, and Berri has proposed a ceasefire on land, in the air and at sea, under which Israel would also commit to stopping the demolition of houses in southern Lebanon. That's what I mentioned a little earlier. And the Lebanese authorities say that Hezbollah is committed to a complete ceasefire if Israel stops its advance. And it is precisely the decision to cease fire in Lebanon that could finally open the way to a deal between the US and Iran, but potentially still preserve the threat posed by Hezbollah. And this once again underscores that the interests of Israel and the US in this war are diverging more and more. I'll leave it at that for now. Share your opinions and conclusions in the comments below this episode, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell, and don't forget to like the video. That's all for now. Take care. Goodbye, everyone.